Hey mommies, welcome back. It is officially mommy time. Today is Friday, March the 20th. We are in the middle of COVID-19. I have been working from home all week. We'll continue to work from home, so you'll probably see more of me instead of just on Fridays. But for starters, I have been taking these for 2 days so far. So again, trying to support clearing up and evening up my skin. I made sure that, as I do with most videos, no makeup, no filters. But today we are going to do the very first at-home microneedling. I have looked at 3 or 4 YouTube videos. Some of them are a little scary, but for the most part, if I follow the instructions and treat my face like the treasure that it is, everything should be okay. But I have seen videos that warn of sensitivity, feeling like you've got sunburn when you finish, not pressing down too hard. I've seen people's face bleeding as a result. So that's the whole purpose. We're doing it today so that my video can give you my experience for those of you who have skin like me. But so far, I'll be honest, the 30-day trial of Urban Skin RX was enough to get me hooked. Now, granted, 30 days is not enough to see the results you want, but I was able to see enough of a positive result, not just for dark spots, but for the overall health and glow of my skin, that I enjoyed it. I still have product from the 30 days and I do use it twice a day, but they give you so much in that travel size kit. There were 6 items in a full size cleansing bar. This cleansing bar is not even halfway used, and I think a lot of that comes from using the right sponge. Again, they do give you 2 sponges, but I recommend getting you a konjac bamboo charcoal sponge. I'm going to try some new ones that are not charcoal, that are some are Australian clay, some are green mint tea. So I'm going to try some different sponges, but the ones that are perfectly made and designed without them knowing to fit into this lovely version of a cleansing bar, which is great because it's not germy. It's not like a soap bar that you sit up somewhere and rub with your hands. So I love it. So let's start this process. Urban Skin RX. I have not moved from this, and I'm in month 2.5, almost 3, but the results that I've seen in my skin, just overall, like I said, just a glow, a healthiness, a smoothness, a texture, the pores just without me even noticing getting smaller. So yes, I've had breakouts even during it, but that has to do with hormones, not necessarily skincare. It has to do with me not taking birth control on time. My bad. So I know it affects it, but overall, once I'm pimple free, I think I got one little one coming here. Once I'm pimple free, I can definitely see where the tone of this, you know how you have those dark cheeks, is slowly fading. So even though it's a slow fade, Urban Skin RX, with the use of Afterpay, and now again they're on HSN, Home Shopping Network, and QVC, so you could probably break it into more than 4 payments. So with the average purchase being $50, let's say 60 with taxes and shipping, being able to break that into 4 payments and get it down to $15 is awesome. In most cases, I'm gonna, if you look below, subscribe, get notifications, look in any of the Urban Skin RX videos that I've done. There is a link that you can click on and get a code to get 20% off your first order. Like I said, I recommend trying it, and I can't tell you specifically what product to try. You know, look at the reviews, but I would definitely start with the travel size kit for the problem area that you're trying to work on. But today, let's do our first session of microneedling. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you what you need and how it comes out. Wish me luck. All right, mommy, so here's what you're going to need. It's an array of things, but let me show you. So because we're going to do, for the first time, microneedling on our dark spots, we're going to need our microneedling tool. If you save the instructions, awesome, I have them. So let's go through it together. You're going to need your moisturizer. I'm going to stick with the brand. And then you're going to need your dark spot or your brightening serum, whatever you're using to correct your dark spots. Of course, we're going to wash. So we've got our even tone cleansing bar and As always, the link for the sponges, get them. I'm going to try some new ones, so stay tuned and subscribe. And then you need your sanitizing or your cleaning tools for your micro tool. And then I got a little wine, of course, and the little disc is the top to a jar that we're going to use as our disinfectant. So here's the layout. Here's the spread. Here's what you need. Let's get started. All right, so I introduced this last video. If you haven't already, go back, subscribe, turn on notifications. Look at last week's video dated, I think it was March the 16th. I don't even know what date it was, sorry. But that video has a giveaway, so if you catch it soon enough, you can get into the giveaway. But we have to first, every time before use, even the first use, I'm going to clean this off. So that's what the peroxide, alcohol, and the lid are for. I've got travel size versions of what we're going to prep the skin with after we wash it, and the lid to disinfect the tool. We're going to do that every time. So I'm going to pour a little bit of peroxide because we know that busts down germs. And of course, alcohol. You can put this in a little bowl or a dish or something, obviously, that you're not going to eat out of. But I'm just going to roll the tool back and forth through this as a way to cleanse it. And this is the first use, but I'm still going to cleanse it straight out the factory just by rolling the needles around. I'm using alcohol on the tool because the instructions say that after I wash my face, I need to wipe my... Okay, so as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I didn't feel that wiping my face down with alcohol was conducive for my skin type because alcohol is too drying and it's going to cause some super oil production and problems. Usually I would use witch hazel as an alternative. For this though, luckily I have purchased separately from the kit a pack of wipes that they're really calming. It kind of feels like rose hip oil hitting your skin, but these are retinol wipes to resurface. I'm going to simply take one wipe and use that as a resurfacing to pull off and kind of purify the skin. I have already, as you saw, disinfected the actual microneedling tool with the necessary alcohol. So I feel like that's enough alcohol. I really, look, people say when you don't follow the instructions, shit goes bad. Well, guess what? At the end of the day, it goes back to me saying I know my skin best, and I'm not taking alcohol and putting it on a cotton ball and wiping my face down prior to putting needles in my skin. I've already cleaned the tool with alcohol. That better be good enough. And if it goes left, y'all can laugh my ass off in the comments and say that's what you get for not following the instructions. But for now, these wipes, which I purchased separately, but I love them. I don't use them every day. I use them once or twice a week or when I remember them. So I'm going to use that because it's very gentle. It doesn't burn, doesn't cause a burning sensation. So I feel like that did what we needed it to do. So the next step is to use either Hydra Firm Serum, which I don't have, or Super C Brightening Serum, which I do have. However, I watched a YouTube video that said just make sure your skin is moisturized. So I'm going to use a mixture of both of these to pre-treat my skin. Once I do that, I am going to roll the microneedling device back and forth 4 to 5 times each direction, both horizontally, vertically, and diagonal on the area where I want to treat specifically dark spots. So it will not be all over my face, but where I have a cluster, outbreak, or am prone to dark spots that have not fully faded, which they're actually doing really good. So I am going to be very gentle and apply light, consistent pressure per the instructions. And when I'm done, I'm going to put this on again, and I am not going to wash my face, and I'm not going anywhere. We're in the middle of a freaking outbreak, so I'm not going to put on makeup either. It says use 1 to 2 times a week, 5 days between each use, which means I'll probably do this once every Friday, or depending on the results, once every 2 weeks, because this tool by itself, for what it costs total, regardless of the fact that I bought it on Afterpay, I can only use it 6 to 8 times. So if I break it down every 2 weeks and I do it 8 times, I should have months of being able to treat this. And in between that, remember, I still have the at-home chemical peel, so I don't want to put too much stress on my face, so I'm not going to use that too much. But let's get started. Let's treat the face. and let's see how it goes. I'm going to start with Super C Brightening Serum, which is to brighten skin tone, skin complexion. I'm a little nervous, y'all, because I'm not going to make my, look, people's thumbnails are scary as shit. I seen a thumbnail of one of our pale friends. Her whole face was bleeding, and some people use this roller ball. Some people use a little, I don't know what it is, something else. But I trust Urban Skincare, and I trust that they ain't gonna send me no shit. And if they do, they know I'm gonna review it. Working from home, hold that thought. Wasn't even a work call, it was a telemarketer. Blah. But that's the crazy part. When you work from home, you gotta answer everything. And for anybody that works with me, I'm clocked out. I'm clocked out. I'm just answering calls just cause I'm off the clock on this lovely Friday. Give it an extra wink. I'm off the clock. And I ain't even gonna tell y'all where I work at because y'all a bunch of snitches. Okay, that's Chaz. We're gonna ignore him. All right, face is pre-treated. Y'all ready? Let's microneedle. All right, guys, I decided to voice over, but I did the backwards facing camera to try to get a better view, so I apologize if it's bad, but I'm going to add a little bit more of the Super C and the moisturizer because it soaked into my skin super fast. Again, I'm going to try not to apply too much pressure. These needles scare me just a little bit, but because I can't see the camera, if you can't see me, let's just work together. Bear with me, because I have to look in my mirror, but I am going very lightly, very gently. It feels comfortable, but if you see me lifting the tool, it's because it's only made to go up, down, side to side, or diagonal. It's not made to make turns. So anytime I'm getting ready to switch directions, you'll see me lift it off of my skin to keep from scratching my skin. I think that's the biggest thing. Work with me while I try to do the other side. Ooh, there's a nice little pimple by my eyebrow, but it might seem like I'm going fast. I sped this up. I was being very careful, going very slow, working just in the areas where I surely want to clear up the dark skin, and even out the tone. I'm gonna let my forehead go because when I taut my skin, it's hurting a little, as light as I am, and being very, very soft-handed. But I have some unevenness on my forehead too. So sorry for looking at the back of my head, but I'm going to go over these places a few times because, again, I'm new at this. But follow me on IG. All right, guys, so all done. Overall, I think I was moving very light. That was a good thing. I didn't feel like I was applying too much pressure. At one point, I thought I wasn't applying enough pressure. When I got done, I held my roller ball over the sink, poured a little alcohol on it to disinfect it, dried it off, and put it back. And I will still disinfect it again before I use it. But as the instructions said, now that I'm done, I'm going to follow back up with the Super C brightening treatment because that is what I'm using to get rid of dark spots. Right now, I can say that when I rolled it over, especially on this side, which is my worst side for dark spots, I could feel the little pricklies. I was moving very light. Even after, it kind of feels like the onset of inflammation. Like if you think something is going to flare up or swell up, it's very light. So on a scale from 1 to 10, like it's a 3 where I can feel like my face is pulsing as if it's gonna swell, which I don't anticipate that, but if I do, I'll take some pictures and then I'm gonna add a little bit of moisture to, again, the areas that are important. My forehead, at first I had tightened the skin and made it taut. I let it go because when I taut my forehead back and you saw me rolling, it was hurting. So I did not keep the skin taut. I just rolled over these dark spots. So I feel like my face is really greasy, but I know for a fact these absorb into your skin super fast. So we'll take a look at the results. I'll snap some pictures. Follow me on IG. Let me just address for the I had done a video on losing some belly fat, and somebody commented and they was like, okay girl, I followed your IG, where are the results for flat tummy tea? And I just had to, you know, be accountable. Like, bitch, my fat ass didn't even do it, and I didn't. So I still haven't done the after. I got the before for the other tea, but I haven't done before and after for the flat tummy because I stopped drinking it, y'all. I was committed, then I wasn't committed. But for this, follow me on IG. But, you know, I'm going to claim it and name it when I don't do it. I did not post those results. We'll keep looking at these results before and after. But so far, so good. I don't feel any tingling. I don't feel any blood. I don't feel anything crazy. And maybe I was too lightheaded, but for a first timer, we'll get used to it. We'll do it in a couple of weeks and we'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching. Follow me on IG, subscribe, get notifications. We're probably going to do something with these locks while we are self-quarantined for COVID. So I don't know. Now I regret dyeing it because I want to get rid of these grays. So about to put a black rinse on it, but I'm telling myself no. So stay tuned, mommies. It's mommy time. Drink up. Wine glass is ready. I'm going to take a bath and we'll be back for more later. See ya.